Hello everybody, and today on V Rising, we're going to be looking at a V Blood that we can use alongside Wilfred, alongside the werewolves. I hope you all enjoy it. So guys, I just want to thank you all for watching my video, subscribing, liking. It's all been very helpful and very motivating for me to continue searching for new things for us to use. Now, right now I found a unique individual that we can use to further our endeavors. Now, it isn't like Wilford right over here, who has the issue of him only being available during the night. No, we found a new V Blood that we can use, and I'll show you them now. Alright, guys, so this is Terah the geomancer. This is her in her golem form. I'm showing you this now to kind of show you kind of what she's capable of. She doesn't do too much damage, but she does a decent amount for what level she is. She's a level 48, but she has a lot of spread attacks. But mostly what she has is two things. Her slow movement, which is a boon, and I'll tell you why later, and her small golems. While they are active, guys, she can't take damage. So I know I normally don't preach about what happens if you are online, but with her, I shall make an exception. If she is active and if you are about to be raided, guys, or you're currently being raided, open up a door, have a window where she's located, and be right behind it when she uses that boulder crushing ability. Those golems will be spawned outside of the enemy's reach, making her immortal. She will not be able to be killed so long as they are fighting her. So, well, now that I've showed you a little bit of that, here's her in her human form, and I'll show you how to lure her away. Kind of give you the full scope here, and I'll go into more detail of some of the other stuff, like her weaknesses in a second. So she's a long-range unit, so you're going to want to hide behind stuff. I find it the most effective way to get her to follow you. And you don't need to get her to the edge of her area, because generally you just need to take her health down by 10% to get her to turn into a golem. And then when she turns into a golem, don't bother attacking it. Don't bother getting it to follow you. Just get it to stop following you so that she can become a human again. Because you got to take out like 40% of its health to get her to turn human. But you only need to take 10 of hers in order for her to turn into a golem again. So this is generally how I found it to be the easiest and fastest way to do this. It is by far like unbelievably faster to get her than it is Wilfred. Now Wilfred has his own things, but she has some interesting abilities, guys. So once you get her about 80% of the way, once you get the feel of how far she will go until she turns around, pelt her with attacks, get her to turn, and then repeat the process again. If you get it fast enough, guys, it'll be as if you were walking across the map instead of crawling, as it were, waiting from day cycle to night cycle. So all in all, great unit. And now I'm going to show you guys what happens when a golem comes in. This is Necron. He's helping me out with some of the testing here. He's an admin for the server I play on. So as you can see, she attacks golems, but she actually completely ignores wolves and wolf form, which is nice for when you want to go through. It's not like it's going to be with the werewolves or Wilford, where you can only really safely go through your death trap in the daytime. So it means also that enemies can use this ability, but all in all, that's not bad due to the fact that they still have to hit stuff, which will get them out of their werewolf form, and they still have to defend their golem, which she will attack. Now, I recommend having more than one of her in an area so that they can't just ignore her or just let their other allies take the damage from her. So she isn't a only unit until she turns into that. Then she becomes a powerhouse with abilities that you cannot avoid. Now, as you see, all of her golems are kind of in this little hen house, which is a problem because that golem has a large enough stomp ability to kill all of them like that. So if you were able to get on, I'd suggest not being in wolf form, or being in wolf form, it actually doesn't matter, and being next to a window or being next to a door in order to get the best of her abilities. All right, so now I'm going to talk about some of her pros and cons and some of the things I think we should look into with this character. Now, one of the things that's great about her is her carpet bombing abilities, and her range ability as a human. So if you have one or two of her, one of them gets dealt to 10%, she all of a sudden becomes this hulking golem, while the other one is now a support class shooting from behind until somebody hits her and she goes Hulk out along with your other one. And then the carpet bombing begins, and it just gets disgusting, guys. So I suggest a 2x3 is a great size, but you can also go a little bigger than that, going 4x3 or 3x3. As far as block sizes are concerned, they should still be very difficult to dodge at that point. But the larger you make this space, the harder it is for somebody to outright kill all of the golems that keep her alive. Um, I think that trying to get a unit or maybe some undead over on the other side might cause the golems to spawn. I haven't checked that yet, and I will. And I will give you guys more information on that when I can. But until then, this unit is incredibly durable and incredibly punishing when it comes to the amount of carpet bombing she's capable of. So it's a fantastic unit. And it's just cream of the crop in the sense that she doesn't have the issue of sunlight like the werewolves do. The werewolves are still great, but we've now found the vanguard, the immortal guardian for our base, so long as we are on. Until then, she's a stalwart defender. Um, but the biggest thing I think about her that makes her incredibly useful for us to use is that she does not attack wolf form. That means that you can easily go through 10 of them in a room, no problems, and just be fine. You can even have them inside of a storage room, guys. You can have them inside of your actual storage room for your stuff. You just go in wolf form and you're fine. So she's incredibly well balanced for any sort of situation, any base. I think she's going to be fantastic for all of that. I highly recommend getting a few of these guys. I would say a trio would be great in any base. So that way you're not going through too much trying to get too many of them or fighting over them like other people probably will. A trio of them per entrance would honestly be great. I think that would be incredibly solid. One of the reasons why I stated before, guys, that her movement as a golem is slow is a boon, because the enemy isn't going to be stupid. You should never assume that. They're not going to want to fight her, especially if she's immortal. So what they're going to do is they're going to try and pull her out of your base the same way you got her in. So the reason why you want to have multiples of them is to make it more difficult, more time consuming. So think of it this way, guys. Nothing is unraidable. So what can you do except annoy your enemy? Make them waste time. Make them lose golems. The moment they get into your golem crazed loony bin, they're going to lose a golem, possibly a player or two, or the whole party. And that is solid. That is a solid reason to get them. That's a solid reason to use them. I just can't think of any better unit for this, guys. I hope all this helps. Alright guys, this is the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. If you have any questions or you want to ask for some videos to come out, please comment below. I know I'm working on a few right now, but unfortunately my server got wiped and then closed, so I had to move to a new server. This is the one I'm currently on, the RPG mod PvP V Rising server. Very active with great admins. We have weekly events for tournaments, 1v1s, clan v clans, with prizes. And then we also have a monthly opening of keys, which will allow players to take on each other and destroy their castles only on one day, which is set. Come join, guys.